Morning, guys. Unlike yesterday's profile pop-up, I'm going back to the app and keeping this short. My main theme here is never forget that you've got seconds. Now, what you might not expect is, here's an example of a profile that is too good. It has too much information is what I mean. Let me go into this a little bit, but I want to show you something right away. I like how you shortened your name, and I think you want to go by Lauren. Either that or whatever the R is, you want to open that up. I think I know what it is, but I'm not going to say it in case you don't want to go by that, Lauren. But if you notice here, in a search, I think you may have shrunken down your name and had just the middle initial or the first initial. Because you're trying to shorten the name, I'm not sure. But notice, saving comp is all I see here on the app when I'm searching for you if I know your name. Now let's say I do this and I know that it's Lauren Ramirez. I meet you, and by the way, your name should be that you have on LinkedIn should be the name that you go by when you're out meeting people, when you're on a business call, when you're at a meeting, whatever it is, you're networking. What do people refer to you as, Lauren or Robert or Richard or Randall? What do they refer to you as? That's what you should go by. You don't need it to be all fluffy and professional with a bunch of middle initials. The middle initials should be there if they serve a purpose. So if I were to do a search for Lauren Ramirez, you do come up, okay, which is great, but there are other ones. So in this example, here's what I was talking about. This is where you need something else, but I would suggest you already have. There's 61 people that are Lauren Ramirez, but I bet you're the only one that is a certified Six Sigma black belt. So it's good that you have that in the headline, or in your name actually. It's allowed by LinkedIn, but the big thing is we're not seeing much of the headline. That is the trade-off on the app. If you think people are going to do this on the desktop, that's fine. Then maybe that's enough. The other thing that I would challenge you on is same logic. Saving companies millions of dollars. You could abbreviate that to just say, I save $MM. And boom, you just said it and showed it in a heartbeat, a fraction of the amount of space you've taken up here on your headline. And then you do give them some good information here by implementing the simplest Lean and Six Sigma tools. Well, that's great. You got the result, saving millions. You're saying that you do it by implementing the simplest Lean and Six Sigma tools. It's a great tagline you have there. You are pulling people in. You are saying what the end result is, but you're also saying how you do it a little bit. And that, to me, I think is a great tagline, as well as talent and as well as targets, the companies. So you're doing it all in the headline. I love it. The only offer I have here for you is to maybe shorten it, make a punch, make it stand out, have it jump even more. Because people may not get to reading that whole thing as you see from a search, right? Here you get lucky because I put it in a search, it's showing us more, but even right there, it's cutting it off. Do you see that? So shorten it down, and sorry, I told you this was going to be shorter, but my main other point, you've got, as a young boy, I want to go back to that. As a young boy, look what gets cut off here. We see as a young boy, what about as a young boy? I nearly drove my mother crazy. Why? You even say, why? I love it. Now, I realize how continuous improvement. You've got a hook. You've got my attention. You've got a story format. You've got Since a Boy. It talks about your passion. And you mentioned continuous improvement, that you are all about that. So you might even have that in the headline too. But you don't need to, in a sense, because you've got it here. My only question there is, do people get to this point and see part of your summary? Then you open it up. I would suggest the only thing you don't have in here, you've got a lot of text. It's a little bit busy. I would suggest getting some of these incredible results, which we're about to highlight here in a second. Get maybe some more of those metrics in here, your overall career success. Here, GPS, people don't know what GPS is. They're probably not searching on it unless they have worked with GSK. I happen to know this because I have worked with some people there, but put the common terms, the layman terms in your headline. It is huge for SEO. But this, guys, is a way to do a description of a job. Boom, right off the bat, achieved 18%. OEE, I'm not sure exact operational excellence. I'm not sure exactly what that is off the top of my head, but so spell it out. Tell us what it is and then put in parentheses what OEE is, by the way. Don't make people have to guess. Increase in the tablet lines, etc. by doing this. You might be able to cut back on the by doing whatever and just treat it like I want to show you the results. If you're interested, get a hold of me. Keep enough keywords in there, pull them in. But this is what I meant earlier when I said you've almost got too much. Providing strategic path, You've got a lot of information in here. Distill it down, use metrics. What do I mean? Metrics. Achieved 33%, realized 83%. You got my interest here. I want to open this up and I want to click on this. If it'll let me. provided leadership, developed, mentored. Okay, now you're losing me a little bit here because you started off with some great results, but I don't want to have to read all this. What I want you to do is summarize that. Get to the good stuff, tell me the result that you did, and maybe a little bit of the how or the why as in terms of keywords, if it's going to help you get found and help you get traction. Same thing here. I'm not seeing the metrics, so I'm not inclined to want to read all these bullets. You've got a lot of the bullets. And same thing here. Distill it down for me. So I could go on, the same idea here, and I'm trying to keep this shorter. We're already over 3 minutes. The other thing I would say is the CSSBB, Certified Six Sigma Black Belt, I did not see that down below in your certifications. You're missing out on that. You could be adding that to certifications. As you see here, we got the education. I don't see any certifications. Put that in there. It'll help you. This background is a good one. It shows a lot of the tools, but it is on the side of busy. You might explore with toning that down a little bit. And then the other interesting thing I noticed when looking at your profile, it's showing now 386 connections, 385 followers. That tells me that you've got actually one less follower than you do a connection. It tells me you need to be more active, adding more value in what you post on LinkedIn. Okay, guys, I'm sorry. I really thought this was going to be faster, but I had a lot of good things to say about this one. This is a great profile. You're doing a lot of great things. I think you want to go by Lauren. It's just there's a few things that you could do to make this even better, Lauren. But excellent job. You've almost got too much going on here. I love it. I would much rather see that than see nothing at all. You're definitely on your way. You can shorten this down, distill it down, and make it pop, and you will be popping yourself, my friend. Thank you so much. Have a great one.